Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going fabulous. Thanks for joining me. Well, today I'm going to create two projects for Spellbinders, and we're using a brand new collection at the Spellbinders shop. It's called Sweet Cardlets, and it's designed by Becca Feeken. They're glimmer plates and die sets, so you can glimmer up and die cut it out, which makes it really nice. And they're layerable, and I love layers, so I thought we'd make two cardlets. That's what the name of the collection is called, Sweet Cardlets, and I immediately thought, okay, let's make some small cards that just because cards with these. We're going to start off by doing some foiling. We're going to use the lovely Ladybug set here first. I have my Glimmer machine heating off to the side. This set here has 5 glimmer plates and 2 cutting dies. It's nice because one of the glimmer plates is the background. So we're going to start off by foiling our background here. It's a real pretty one. I have a piece of printer paper that measures 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. We're going to add that directly to the base of our glimmer machine. And then this way we can center this piece on our white cardstock. The white cardstock that I'm going to be using is the same exact size, so 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. Since we have the room, I'm going to go ahead and add my glimmer plate that has the sentiment that says, "Hello, lovely lady." And then for my foiling, we're going to bring in some polished brass foil. What thought gold with some colored cardstock will be fun. I get to break out my brand new fun tool here. This is the quick trimmer. Love using this for my foils. I need to go through all my foils and even out the edges. This little quick trimmer is super neat because you just line it up with the grid lines on your mat, and then you add your plastic piece right over the top. There's actually lines in the top piece, so it's a guide to where you can use your blades to cut. This is not only great for foils, but it's also great for cardstock too, because you get 2 cutting plates or cutting blades with your quick trimmer, which makes it, and there's refillable blades too, guys, that are fairly inexpensive. In case your blades go dull, you have the option to buy new blades. But you just use your blade and go over your foil. I add a little bit more pressure than I need to. It just glides through there, and you don't need to add hardly any pressure at all. But I'm just trimming it to the 3.5 inch mark, and then I'm going to take my foil and turn it horizontally and then trim it again. I don't know why my light's not going on my machine. I had it been warming up for about an hour. Maybe that's why. I turned it off, and we'll turn it back on and see what it does. But I'm trimming at the 1/2 inch mark on the front and the back, and I use those for my sentiments. And then we have a 3.5 inch by 3.5 inch piece of foil. It's the same size as our cardstock, which makes it really nice for layering and centering. We'll add our foil. Always put your glimmer plate face up and then your foil face down. I'm going to go ahead and add my cardstock over the sentiment and my background, and then we will heat this up. Okay, while this is heating up, I'm going to trim down a couple more pieces of foil, and then I did run my base through my Platinum 6 here, and we have a beautiful foiled background. Isn't that gorgeous? It's leaves too. This is our sentiment, which is kind of a little bit over foiled. I could have redid it, but I think a sand eraser will pick up the excess, so I'm just going to go over my sentiment that says, "Hello, lovely lady." Now I'm also going to do foiling with the Just Because glimmer plate and die set. There is 2 sentiments in that set. Oh Honey, or actually there's 3. There's Oh Honey, Just Because, and then Queen Bee. But I wanted to use the smaller sentiments for both my cards today. Okay, we're going to add our Ladybug. You can see there's 2 parts. For the Ladybug, we're going to use the same polished brass foil, but we're going to bring in some colored cardstock. I have Cranberry Bliss and I have Black Licorice. We're going to trim down a couple of these pieces. Now for the Ladybug wings, I'm going to use my Cranberry Bliss, and then for the Ladybug body, I'm going to use my Black Licorice. I'm just going to even it up a little bit here. We'll run these through, and both of these have the die that will cut them out, which makes it fabulous for layering. We're going to add our shim and our top plate. These are good to go. Just remove the foil here, and you can see how pretty the wings are when they're foiled. Love the polka dots. And then this is our Ladybug base here. Okay, so cute. We are going to eventually grab the coordinating dies and die cut out the body and the wings. And then we're also going to grab our honeycomb background from our Just Because Glimmer plate set. And then we're going to do the same exact foiling. But this one I added the sentiment that says cute as a bug. And again, that was from the lovely Ladybug Glimmer plate set. Okay, let's reveal our little sentiment here. That one foiled perfect, which is amazing. This is our background, our honeycomb. Now with this set there is also 2 dies that will cut out the outline of a honeycomb piece, which makes it really fun too. We're not going to use those today, but the option's there. Okay, we have our bumblebee to foil. I'm going to be bringing in some haystack cardstock for the bumblebee. Haystack is a real like a mustardy colored yellow, and I'm also going to bring in some white cardstock. We're going to foil the bumblebee twice, one with the white, one with the haystack cardstock. This way we have 2 different colors for our bumblebee. Okay, starting off with the haystack, we'll add our cardstock and then our shim, our paper shims, and our top plate. And then when our indicator light stops flashing, it's ready to run through our Platinum 6 die cutting machine. Okay, I did both of them already. I'm going to take the coordinating die from the Just Because Glimmer plate set, and we're going to die cut out the bumblebee, and then I'm going to use the smaller wing piece and die cut out both wings with the white bumblebee hair. So we're good to go. We're going to set our machine off to the side. I turned it off, but I turned it back on. We're going to use it for a detail piece in just a little bit. I'm bringing in some foam squares. We're going to add our wings to our bumblebee hair. So cute. And so pretty too. The wings have some filigree detail, which makes it really pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with my ladybug. Make a little room here. Ladybug, all you do is flip over the wings. You don't have to add foam adhesive, but I like the dimension that it adds. You can just use glue if you wanted to. But I loved how regal this looks. I mean, it just looks so fancy with the black and the red and the gold. Okay, we're going to add foam adhesive behind here. Have this ready to go on our card. And we're going to separate. I wanted the sentiment that says, hello, lovely lady, with the ladybug. And then I want the sentiment that says, cute as a bug, with our bumblebee. Now I'm using 2 pre-made card bases. These are from Spellbinders. Super easy, and they're made with Nina cardstock. There's top folding ones, and then there's also a pack of side folding ones. I'm using the top folding ones. There's 25 in a pack. I'll link it down below, but they're made with Nina cardstock. So I wanted square cards today. I'm trimming a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 inch panel here, or card base. So I have 2 pieces from the card base left over. This is Nina cardstock, so I'm going to keep those for coloring later on. Okay, for my background, I wanted to bring in a little extra gold, so I have some gold cardstock from my stash. I just trimmed this down to 4-inch panels, and then I'm adhering them to my card base. So we have a little bit of a white border around it. We're going to do the same to our other card base. Just add our gold foil here. And then I also have 2 pieces of cardstock that I trimmed down. The red and the haystack. The red is Cranberry Bliss, and then the yellow is haystack. They measure so we have a 4 1/4 card base, 4-inch gold cardstock, and then we have a 3 3/4 inch square with the red and the yellow here. I'm going to cut out a window in it. So we have a circle window in each one of those squares. And then I'm bringing in a glimmer plate set. This is the Essential Glimmer Squares. It fit the outside edge of my square panel beautifully. So I'm going to foil it with the same polished brass foil. I didn't show the foiling for this, but it just leaves little dotted detail around your panels. You can see better on the red here. But I just thought that would be nice accent for the front of the panels. I'm going to add some thin strips of foam adhesive behind each one of my window frames here. And then we'll remove the release paper, and then I'm not going to adhere this to my gold cardstock. I'm actually going to adhere it to the background panel. So the red, we're going to use the real pretty leaf background. That was again from the lovely Ladybug set. I think that's so pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to use our honeycomb here with our haystack window. We'll just add foam adhesive. We'll remove the release paper, and then we'll add that to our background panel. And I did make sure that it was just a little bit smaller, so it was easier to line up here. So there's our honeycomb, good to go. When I finished the cards, I was so excited about them because they look so fancy. I just love foiling. Okay, we're going to add adhesive behind our window here. And then we're going to add this to our square card base. Again, our card, you can make it a little smaller if you wanted. These are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 inch cards. I just wanted them to be able to fit inside a standard or a note card envelope. I'm going to add our second background here, and we are good to go. Now we don't have to do much else to it. I am going to remove the release paper off of our little ladybugs. We popped those up with some foam adhesive, and basically it's going to go in the center of the window with our sentiment underneath. So we're going to go ahead and add both our ladybug and our bumblebee, add the sentiments right below it. And those complete my cards today. Pretty easy. I don't add bells and whistles because the foil just kind of speaks for itself. Turns out really elegant. But I love the way these turned out. Again, I'll leave the links for these down below if you guys are interested. I am bringing in my black marker. I thought the bumblebee needed some black in there, you know, the black and yellow for bumblebee. So in between the lines on the body of the bumblebee, I'm adding some black lines just to make it look a little bit more like a bumblebee, bringing a little black color. But that finishes my project today, guys. If you're interested, again, links are down below. I think they turned out so pretty. You'll see in the close-ups how shiny. You don't really need to add anything else to them. I hope you liked my new intro. I had so much fun playing with it. I designed it, and I was so excited about sharing my new intro. I was going to wait till the new year, and I thought, no, I'm going to share my new intro with you guys today. But have a great day. Thank you so much for stopping by. I will see you again real soon.